When 2-year-old Caitlin DeLuna's eye rolled back into her head, her parents became alarmed. But when this Rochester Hills toddler actually fell to the floor and couldn't walk, they knew something was very wrong.
I don't want to tell my wife, we got to go to the hospital.
Doctors at the local hospital diagnosed Caitlin with a cancerous brain tumor called brainstem glioma.
I didn't know what to feel. I just asked why her.
I asked the doctor for how long we're going to have her. He told us about a year. He told us to take her home, make it about as comfortable we could, just wait.
The DeLunas weren't willing to give up hope and asked for a referral to another doctor. That's when they came across pediatric oncologist Dr. Kanta Bambani at Children's Hospital of Michigan.
When we first met Dr. Bambani, she just looked at the MRIs and she said, this isn't the type of tumor she was diagnosed with. It's something different, and that right there just gave me hope. I knew she would give us a fighting chance for my daughter.
Her tumor was in the brainstem, but what was very unusual was that it was not located or involving the whole brainstem, but a little eccentrically placed, which was the clue to that it might not be a brainstem glioma. Caitlin also had involvement of the spinal cord, and we felt it very likely was a PNET.
PNET stands for primitive neuroectodermal tumor, another type of cancerous brain tumor that requires a different treatment than brainstem glioma. Dr. Bambani ordered a biopsy for Caitlin to confirm the diagnosis.
The reason doctors at other hospitals are reluctant to do the biopsy is because of the location of the tumor in the brainstem, which is the area that all our vital centers are placed, and also the cranial nerves that supply the whole face, head and neck. We are willing to do this, and we started several years ago from an experience that we had where we were treating a child with brainstem glioma, and turned out that the child also had a PNET, and we decided at that time that whenever we have a child with what looks like a brainstem glioma, that we would like to biopsy. And our benefit here at Children's Hospital is that we have outstanding skilled neurosurgeon who is able to do the biopsy.
Pediatric neurosurgeon Dr. Sandeep Sood performed Caitlin's biopsy. From there, the tissue samples were sent to the pathology team, where pediatric pathologists Dr. Janet Pulik and Dr. William Kupsky confirmed Caitlin did not have brainstem glioma. As Dr. Bambani suspected, she had PNET, or primitive neuroectodermal tumor. The next step was determining the best treatment.
The standard treatment would be radiation therapy followed by chemotherapy, but because of her age, we know that the long-term effects of radiation therapy can be quite devastating. So we decided to do chemotherapy, which was very, very intense for her, and she received 5 cycles of very intensive chemotherapy, followed by autologous bone marrow transplant. We had taken her bone marrow stem cells, stored it, and then gave it back to her, because with that very high dose chemotherapy, we sort of wiped out her bone marrow. After all this was done and her blood counts normalized, she was old enough to receive radiation therapy.
After the second round of chemotherapy, Caitlin's tumor had shrunk by 50%. And after her 5th and final round, there was no evidence of the tumor.
Oh, we were ecstatic. We were just, so happy. We got her back.
That made me feel like I want to believe miracles happen.
Caitlin is now 7 years old and is a 4-year cancer survivor.
She's really come a long way.
Caitlin still deals with some side effects from both the tumor and the radiation. She's on growth hormone therapy, and she's had some issues with her vision, including cataracts in both eyes. But with the help of Chief of Ophthalmology Dr. John Rorty and her glasses, she'll have a normal life in school and be able to drive when she's older.
it makes me feel very, very good. And that's why I do this. People say it could be very depressing. I always say I don't look at a cancer diagnosis in a child as depressing in the sense that I look at it as a challenge to make the child all better, and there couldn't be anything better than when the child responds so well to the treatment.
Caitlin, she is a diva. She's a mother hen to her little sisters, and she is fun, loving. She loves to giggle. She's just somebody you can really hug and just love on.
Doctors from Children's Hospital, they are really good people. I mean, they work with you.
I would never go to a different hospital for my daughters. They're just phenomenal.